Hi everyone. Today I wanted to just share with you a little exercise that I am doing for myself, and it may be helpful for some of you. I don't know how you all are feeling this winter. Usually in the winter, the lack of sunlight, or it's not that we don't have any sunlight, but in comparison to the summer months, has in the past really affected me quite a lot. And this winter, for some miraculous reason, it is not. Sorry about that, the connection. So this, for some reason, this year, I was a little more active in December and into early January than I normally am, and I think that may have been why. I was more active, so, less sedentary, and I think that kept the energy moving for me. But it is really hard for a lot of folks in the winter. Because we're not outside and moving as much, and I took every opportunity to shovel. My body's feeling, I'm just waiting till I get a better connection. I apologize. I've tried moving into different areas of the home, and I seem to just come up against this problem with my phone for some reason. Okay, so as you know, I've been sharing with you how I love writing on paper and looking at things that I'm working on. So, and I love the bubbles for some reason. I love writing words and then having them be in bubbles, in circles. I don't know, there's just something energetically powerful. So if you are struggling, we're in mid-February. If you are, and we're so close to official springtime, which is, I think, around the equinox, so sometime in March, so about a month and a week away. So let's say around 5 weeks or so, we'll be officially welcoming in spring. And again, I know if you're, where we are in New England, that sometimes it doesn't feel like spring till April. And sometimes it hasn't felt like spring till early May for me. But anyway, if you are still sort of struggling, I will invite you to look forward. Take your calendar out and look at what you already have planned. So the last video I did, it was about what you wanted to manifest. So it was, again, like working. You don't have to work on paper. You can work in Canva if you'd like, or on the computer. But for me, I like drawing, I like writing, I like using colors. So the last video I did was about what you wanted to manifest, what you are looking forward to creating in your life. This is like what's already on your calendar. So if you're feeling those winter blues, like what already do you have on your calendar? And you can go as far out as the end of the year and even into next year. And it can be stuff like a vacation that you have planned. It can be an event that you're attending. It can be a lunch or a dinner that you're going to go to with friends. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be anything big. It's just something that you are looking forward to. That's it. Just plain and simple. What are you looking forward to if you're feeling the doldrums of winter, and like how can you get yourself over the hump? I sat down and wrote down, I have some events coming up, and this isn't to plug the events, but I have some events. I have a class in April. I'm going to be doing an aromatherapy class. And then I have a sound bath that I'm doing with a friend of mine. I'll be doing Reiki while she does sound healing. And then I'm doing a healer circle at the end of March with my other friend Alita, and that's in person. So these are all things that, these are just some of the things. I'm actually thinking of a lunch that's coming up on Monday that I'm hoping to attend, and then another lunch with a bigger group in April that I was invited to. And one of my big things that I get excited about, well, there's two, but one is spring, because I start planting seeds. I love being out in the garden and working with the plants and the flowers and herbs. So I'm looking forward to that. I look forward to going to the beach and swimming as much as possible. Freshwater, I love the seawater though. I love the salt water a little bit more when I can get to the ocean. So I'm already like, I'm in the present moment, because that's really the only thing that we have, and it's the best place to be. But I am looking forward to the warmer weather, to being outside, like I said, with the plants and having my hands in the soil, and of course, beach days. So a little, for those of you that may be feeling a little blue and depressed, and you can look this up, there are scientific, there are studies that have shown that there is something in soil that when we have our hands in soil, it actually helps to raise the serotonin in our brain. So I can't, cite you anything right now, right on the spot, but you can look that up. It's absolutely true. And every time I put my hands in soil and in the earth, I feel better. And that's why I like to walk barefoot as much as possible in the summer when I'm out in the yard, as much as possible. I do have to be mindful of things that might be sharp. Like sometimes we'll cut a branch of a rose bush, and if it doesn't make it all the way into the compost pile, I sometimes, if I'm not paying attention, will step on that. So I do need to be mindful. But what I've done in the winter when I've been feeling low is on purpose this winter, I haven't had to use it, but I put some soil in a pot, like a plastic pot, and that was my feel-good pot. So if I was feeling low, I would stick my hands in it if I needed to. I haven't had to do that just yet. Repotting plants is also a great way to do that same exercise, because you're, taking them out of one pot, maybe you're cutting some roots, maybe putting them in a bigger pot. So you're going to be touching soil anyway. Hopefully you're not wearing gloves when you do that, because it's really important. So if you want to look up that information about how that changes the serotonin and is a mood booster, please do. It's a real thing. And I've been outside in the sun more, and like I said, shoveling more, and I am looking forward to spring. But we just have like 5 or 6 weeks, so I'm not rushing this slow period down either, this time where we get to rest and rejuvenate, because that's what winter is for. The next 3 months, spring, summer, fall, are the more active months of the year. And so nature has this built-in season where we get to slow down and rest. So I'm going to take full advantage of that, because I know come spring, things are going to start to, be jumping and popping and all that stuff. I'm going to want to go to the garden centers and check out what I want for plants and all that stuff. So anyway, if you're feeling, like I said, if you're feeling a little low and you need a pick-me-up, grab a piece of paper, grab some fun colors. It can be colored pencils, markers, crayons. Crayons are great. Work with that inner child and just jot down like what you already have on your calendar. And if you don't have a whole lot, what do you want to see happen in the next, let's say, 6 to 9 months? What will that look like for you? Or what do you want it to look like, and what do you want it to feel like? More importantly, how do you want to feel? It's not about how it looks, even on paper, and it's not how it looks to anyone out there. It's not. It's how we feel about what's going on with us. So I will leave you with that little bit of encouragement for today. I hope you have a great weekend, and see you next time.